Infrastructure talks between the Philippines and China are still ongoing following reports that some major deals were canceled. No less than President Bongbong Marcos Jr. believes that there's no need for a law making COVID-19 booster shots mandatory. And a heavy downpour left some parts of Metro Manila flooded on Saturday, prompting some LGUs to launch evacuation efforts. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with Pag-asa monitoring southwest monsoon or habagat, which currently affects the entire country. For the latest on the weather, we have weather forecaster Mr. Alzgar Aurelio over the phone. Sir Alzgar, good evening.
Yo, good evening, Ms. Diaz.
Magandang gabi, sir. Nakakaranas po tayo dito sa Metro Manila ng malakas na pag-ulan. Ano pa po yung mga lugar na naapektuhan po nitong habagat at gaano karaming ulan o gaano kalakas pa po yung ulan nating inaasahan?
Well, southwest monsoon with rain, scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Visayas and some parts of Mindanao. Also the over the Bicol region and Mimaropa. And as of the moment, we experienced moderate to heavy rain over Quezon and Bicol region because of the southwest monsoon. The effect of southwest monsoon will continue today until tomorrow, and by Tuesday, we expect generally dry weather over the most part of the country.
Sir, the heavy rain that we experienced last night here in Metro Manila, was that still due to the southwest monsoon?
Yesterday, we experienced heavy downpour because of southwest monsoon.
And sir, talking about the southwest monsoon, we'd like to know and clarify to us and educate us, please, why is it often that we experience it during late afternoon or towards the evening?
When southwest monsoon affects the country, not usually frequently afternoon or evening. We experience rain also in the morning. Only the thunderstorm frequently in the afternoon and evening because the thunderstorm is we categorize as local or small weather system compared to southwest monsoon. Bigger picture, bigger weather system that affects the whole country.
Sir, is Pag-asa seeing any other weather disturbances that could be entering the Philippine area of responsibility soon?
Within the 3 days, we don't expect another weather disturbance such as low pressure area or tropical cyclone. We expect for the next 2 days, today, tomorrow and Tuesday, southwest monsoon will continue to affect. But now until Tuesday, we see gradually weaken the effect of southwest monsoon, so that by Tuesday, we expect most part of the country, including Metro Manila, will have generally fair weather.
Sir Aurelio, for the remainder of July, how many weather disturbances or LPAs are we expecting?
For this month, we expect 2 to 3 tropical cyclones. So right now, we have 2 cyclones occurred this month. So we only expect 1 for this month.
All right, thank you for sharing with us those information. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster, Mr. Alzgar Aurelio. Meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos says that there's no need for a law requiring Filipinos to get their COVID-19 vaccines and booster shots. In his latest vlog, Marcos Jr. said that while it's becoming more apparent that booster shots are helpful, individuals are still free to decide on matters related to their own health. The president pointed out that if he hadn't been immunized with a booster shot, his recent COVID-19 infection might have been worse.
Hindi naman talaga kailangan isabatas pa ito dahil malaya pa rin tayong mamili para sa ating sariling kalusugan. Pero habang tumatagal, ay mas lumilinaw ang sinasabi ng siyensya. Ang mga datos at ang mga pag-aaral na ang pagbabakuna ay malaki ang naitutulong para sa ating kaligtasan mula sa COVID-19.
Marcos Jr. went on to encourage the public to get their booster shots. He said the government will launch a large-scale booster campaign to further reopen the economy and as preparation for in-person classes.
Sa tulong ng DOH, ng DILG, ng DepEd, isusulong ang malawakang kampanya muli para sa pagbabakuna sa booster shot. Preparasyon na rin ito sa pagbabalik ng face-to-face classes at pagluwag ng iba pang mga safety protocols. Kung magiging matagumpay ang kampanyang ito, tuloy na yan.
China maintains that it is still in talks with the Philippines over funding for some infrastructure projects. In a statement, the Chinese embassy in Manila says the two parties have been negotiating technical issues and have made progress on the matter. It adds that the government or the Chinese government is ready to carry its cooperation forward in close communication with the Philippines' new administration. Recall that 3 railway projects were supposed to be funded under China's official development assistance program through loan agreements. But the Transportation Department earlier said the Chinese government did not act on the previous administration's request for financing. Therefore, the infrastructure deals are considered withdrawn and have to be renegotiated, which has already been ordered by Marcos Jr. Now, we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. SpaceX cargo craft, the Dragon, has successfully arrived at the International Space Station. The spacecraft launched at NASA's Kennedy Space Center on Thursday, marking SpaceX's 25th cargo mission. The cargo carries more than 5,800 pounds of research, hardware, and supplies to be brought to the ISS. It is scheduled to stay there for about a month. Big games are set for the women's national football team and Gilas Pilipinas. Following an extraordinary semifinals win over defending champs Vietnam, the Philippine women's football team will try to make history as they target their first ever crown in the AFF Women's Championship against Thailand. Meanwhile, Gilas Pilipinas will look to secure the second seed in the Group D in the 2022 FIBA Asia Cup as they take on the New Zealand Tall Blacks. The women's football final has already begun, while Gilas' match will start at 9 p.m. In celebration of music, as Pinoy pop groups joined forces in this year's Tugatog Music Fest, Ian Luminario gives us a look into some of the performances.
Pinoy pop took center stage in this year's Tagatog Filipino Music Festival at the SM Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. Aside from giving powerful performances, P-pop artists got to collaborate and share the stage with their co-idols. The crowd cheered for the phoenixes of P-pop, Alamat, and the 8-member girl band Beanie. Also featured in the show is music sensation Zach Tabudlo, who teased a big project coming up with international artists Lainey and Love.
There's definitely something in the works. Definitely, it's such an honor to meet them as well. Like basically, they're my heroes. Like I said, there's going to be something super big coming up, and I'm really excited for that one.
The featured artists said they're thankful for yet another chance to showcase their talent.
Feels amazing po na iniimbitahan pa rin po nila kami, and nalalaman namin na parang lumalaki na talaga yung P-pop community po.
Sobrang saya. Nakaka-enjoy dito. Kasi sana, hopefully, soon, marami pang mga ganap na pagtitipo ng mga ganito.
Super heartwarming po siya kasi we're able to collab with other artists and that's where we show girl power po talaga. What girl power really is to the world.
17 acts graced the Tagatog stage to promote the rise of P-pop. The Tagatog Music Festival is now considered one of the biggest celebrations of Filipino music in the country. For News 5, Ian Luminorio, we are One News.
Now for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.